Well, if you will, guys, please drop from the call. Have a good Wednesday. We will catch up later. Frank, if you'll please stay on.
Bye, everybody. Everybody, have a great day.
Everybody have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Frank, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I wasn't done talking about my suggestion. Ask the local manager. There's two managers. There's a Christina and someone else. I don't know who that other person is. I was saying, ask them about the procedures, and like, stop talking.
Yeah. I said I wanted to step in there. Sometimes, as your boss and as a leader, there are things that I need to squash, or there might be times that I need to interject and say what I need to say or what I think needs to be said. And those will be times that I ask people, hey, can I step in? Or hey, let me address this. And I tried to do this very politely, but you continued to talk. So then I had to say, Frank, I'm going to need you to stop talking now. And that's why I said that. And then you continued to talk. Frank, there's one thing that I will not tolerate, and it is disrespectfulness. If I ask you to do something, and it's within reason, which is usually anything that I ask someone to do, I expect that thing is going to be done or it's going to happen. And I don't need a lot of attitude. I don't need you adding little snippets and snide comments. The only thing that I need you to do is to do what I'm asking you to do. And if I'm asking you to please stop talking so that I can interject or that I can provide some comments related to some of the things that were being said, then that's what I expect you to do. Do you understand that?
I hear you, definitely. But
okay.
like after...
You understand that?
I understand
There's a
that.
difference between hearing and understanding.
I understand that. Can I elaborate?
You can elaborate now.
Great, because after you said that, please stop talking, then you're like, oh, something about negativity. I wasn't being negative. I was saying, because I wanted to defend myself, because after that you made a comment or some sentences about something about negativity or whatever. Like I was trying to say, ask Christina or the other manager. I don't know who the other manager is. Most likely they're going to be working under Christina, because I don't even know who that other person is. She's going to have tips. She's going to have things. Like I was just saying, like ask the local manager, because obviously New York, it's different than Seattle. I mean, it's going to be less secure in other areas, right? Like one time, they won't even call up to the apartment or the condo. It's like a multi-million-dollar place. So it's a different level of security. They're going to have, I was trying to elaborate, ask the manager. They might come up with some tips, things like that, to help. So basically different types of, things. They'll know all the steps to pass the security building thing, and they're very nice. I even said that Christina was really nice, and then you said stop talking. I wasn't done with my sentence, and then my thought, and then basically, and then you start saying negativity and things like that. I wasn't trying to be negative. Like that was what I was trying to say.
I don't think that you were being negative, Frank. Did I specifically say, Frank said something negative, or don't be negative, Frank? I did not say anything like that. I said I heard some comments, and if there's one thing that I need to happen is it's people to positively contribute to the conversation. I'm not saying that you were. I needed to interject because there were some other comments that were made around how things are not, this isn't this, or they won't give people this, or they won't give people this, or this doesn't happen this way, and I wanted to make sure that those got addressed and squashed prior to anything else being discussed. The thing that I did hear from you was, hey, we need to ask the manager, which I'm totally on board with. I want us to ask the local manager to see what's going on, because they are the ones that own their market. So I'm on board with that. I'm on board with what you were saying. It wasn't, what I was said afterwards wasn't directly related to what you were saying.
But he said stop talking. I felt it was really rude. Like I wasn't done talking. Other people had their chance to talk, especially that person about the folders. I'm not sure what that is, but I wanted to mention that. And then in the middle, and without even saying anything, Frank, stop talking. That was rude. I mean, that's what I felt.
That wasn't my first time to try to say something, though. I said, let me get in here. I said, let me say something. And then you continued to talk over me. That means you're not listening, Frank, or you're not listening to either what I'm saying. And I'm going to need you to listen. and I'm going to need you to listen to me, so that way whenever I say something the first couple of times, you catch up on that, and you say, oh, hold on, yeah, go ahead, Tanner. So that way you don't talk over me. And that's why I finally had to say, Frank, stop talking. Because now it got to the point where you were being disrespectful by talking over me and not letting me provide the comment that I needed to provide. And as I already said, there are times that I need to interject, or that I feel that I need to say something that needs to be said before anyone else needs to continue either on with their point or share their opinion or share their thought. And keep in mind, there are plenty of times where I say, hey, we can't elaborate any further, we can't go any more on this topic because there are other things that we have to cover, and I have a limited amount of time with you guys. And so we don't always get to go round robin, and so there may be times that you don't get to share what it is that you want to share, and you might have to have that conversation with me offline, or have another conversation with me. I am 20 minutes late to my next meeting. I just wanted to make sure that we had a discussion about this, because if there's one thing I don't want to happen, it's continued disrespectfulness. So first, you not listening to me, you not doing what I asked whenever I said, Frank, I need to get in here, or Frank, please stop talking, and then making snide comments and stuff on the call afterwards. As you know, you were there was a little bit of attitude, and I understand that you maybe felt disrespected. That can be a conversation that we have privately afterward. Because I don't want you to feel disrespected, but I don't want to feel disrespected either.
Well, I just want to say this one thing. I hear you. I understand. Okay. The first time you said don't stop talking, I was in the middle of saying
down this line, we don't need to continue down it any further.
I was trying to
come to my next call. If you want to continue this conversation, you can. Do you want to continue this conversation at a different time?
Can I just say this one thought that I had?
No, I have to go. Do you want to continue this conversation at another time?
I don't see a point, well,
then I will let you go. Please don't be disrespectful on the call.
I wasn't being disrespectful, sir.
You were disrespecting me by stepping over me, by trying to continue to talk over me whenever I was trying to interject. I'm going to need you to listen to me on these calls and not make snide remarks after the fact.
You interrupted me, sir.
No, I just wanted to give you a call because I know that you escalated this yesterday, but I didn't have quite the opportunity, and I definitely didn't want to discuss it on our team text thread. But I know that it seemed that definitely you seemed not you definitely seemed to have a problem with Tracy's text message, and I think that's fair, and I'm glad that you actually spoke up about it. I don't think that there was necessarily any malicious intent there, or that she meant it that way, but I still think it's a good thing to bring up. It's a good thing to keep front and center with our team, because I think they need to know, and we need to kind of stipulate that, racist remarks or any kind of offensive remarks to people aren't going to be tolerated. So I'm really glad that you brought that up, but I wanted to follow back up with you to see if you were okay, or to see what it is that maybe you expected Tracy to do something, or maybe you wanted something, or...
I have nothing to say about this at this point in time.
Okay.
I brought it up in text. You said it was not racist or anything like that. It was the context, as I said. I think the images speak for themselves. How are you reaching out to me? I mean, what is the reason today for reaching out to me?
Do what?
What is the reason for reaching out to me today? Because I thought it was what you said was drop it in text, speak no more of this. It wasn't racist or anything like that. Honestly, I don't have anything more to follow up with you regarding this matter at this current point in time.
Okay. Well, and to answer your question, the reason I'm giving you a call is because I wanted to follow up with you. But the text thread that we were in with the full team was definitely not the appropriate channel to further discuss that matter. That matter shouldn't. I don't need to sit there and converse or to reprimand employees or anything about that in a group text thread. I think it's the incorrect setting for that, and that's why I really squashed that conversation in the text thread. Know that there is follow-up to things like that happen. Of course, I'm not able to share a lot of those details with you because they are HR sensitive. But I did want to let you know that I am working with HR to handle the situation. But I think specifically, I mean, if there's anything that you necessarily are requesting, or whether that's an apology from Tracy, or to see any kind of disciplinary action, that you need to let me know that, because we would want to know exactly how you're feeling and where you're coming from, and what you would want to happen from the situation.
I was
not that we would necessarily be able to accommodate it, whatever it is you want. It just gives us kind of a clarification.
I was just notating that was racist. And then you said it wasn't, but I have nothing further to clarify at this point in time with you regarding this matter.
Okay.
I appreciate the call. I was just originally walking out.